magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Denise Tan. Samahan niyo po ulit kami hanggang alas 3 ng hapon para sa pinakasariwang balita ngayong Lunes.
Ako po si Lourdes de Vera, ang init sa labas. Walang rhyme-rhyme ngayon. Welcome to Afternoon Delight. Yung May, parang ganun lang, oh.
Oo, nasa gasaan parang ganun. Hindi dinaanan eh. Parang,
Nasa gasaan talaga.
Oo, talagang ano eh, tuloy-tuloy tayo eh.
Oo.
Okay, it is May 26, 2025 at 5 araw na lang po, tapos na naman ang buwan. Tapos na ang buwan ng Mayo. So let's start the week right on a sweet note. Ang ating chosen delight of the day ay syempre dahil summer pa rin nga, ano, konting pampalamig, we have Pinipig Crunch. Oh.
So bakit daw ba naiba ito mula sa Pinipig Crunch ng aking kabataan?
Ano ba yung alam mo?
Magkaiba tayo ng childhood.
Hindi, ano
May
ba yung-
mga, kasi noon, isa lang ang flavor ng Pinipig Crunch yung sa loob. It's normally chocolate sa labas.
Tapos yung puti sa yung vanilla
Yeah,
sa loob,
vanilla.
right?
Oh, ngayon kasi marami na variations.
Uy, alam ko yun, nabutan ko yun. Are you talking about yung nilalako sa, kalye?
Noon naman, sumunod na lang yun eh.
Ay,
Yung isang sikat na brand na letter M ang start.
okay.
Oh, ganun talaga siya, no? Pero eventually, ginaya siya ng mga that making lako sa labas. Mas masarap.
Uy, gusto ko yun, yung
Oo.
nilalako sa labas. I remember
It
that.
turns out, madali lang pala siya gawin eh.
Tapos meron yun, may version pa nga yun, yung munggo eh.
That's
Yung
ice
red.
buko.
Oo, hindi, yun, gusto ko yun.
Yung ice buko.
Oo, hindi, dalawa kasi yung nilalako na alala ko ng bata ko. May pinipig, and then meron kang option of the,
Oh, wow.
may red bean na buko.
Letter 8, to. Yun mo.
Ano yung sa akin?
Ano sa'yo?
Crunchy Max.
Parang statement yata yan na manipis lang yun sa'yo. Gusto mo, halita?
No, it's fine. Ikaw naman ang favorite today.
Sige, okay.
Cheers.
Boom.
Okay, let me try it.
Crunchy. Multiple layers of crunchy chocolate and ice cream. Makapal, ah.
Oo nga. Tsaka lang.
Nasusurprise ako ngayon, ang dami na sa market ng iba-ibang klase mga ganito. Meron ganito na mahal. Alam mo yun? Sosyalin.
Ano naman, mahal na nga, no? Nagmahal na
Parang
ulit yun.
lagpas 50 pesos.
Yeah, parang 60 plus na kung hindi 70. Ang mahal.
Tapos ang nag-i-endorse doon ay mga sosyal na mga stylists.
Ah, totoo ba?
Para naman kinakain sila ng mga, nagpapapayat yung mga yun.
Pero masarap, sakto nga siya, no? Pag gantong, ba't mo tinuturo?
Vanilla yung loob.
Vanilla rin, no? Pero yung loob na part niya, it's creamy and yet chewy at the same time. I can't explain it. Akala ko kanina
Oo
mani
nga.
eh.
May ibang layer siya.
Oo, may iba-ibang layers.
So, it turns out, nung na-discover ng lahat, ang dali lang pala gawin ito.
Oh, paano?
Well, isang paraan dyan, alala mo na uso yung mga brown cow noon.
Yun.
Yung chocolate syrup,
Okay.
pwedeng yun, tapos igaganon mo lang siya. Kasi i-freeze mo lang, napakadali lang pala.
Okay.
Well, isang paraan yun.
Tapon.
No.
Alam mo ako, hindi ako masyadong nag-enjoy sa pinipig. Kasi,
Dahil?
okay lang naman. Kung gusto mo. Kasi nga, nagka-crack yung outer layer niya.
Yep.
Medyo mas maselan ako nung malit ako. Ayoko nung...
Parang, ew!
Hindi naman, pero syempre nanghihinayang ako. Feeling ko kailangan ko magmadali. Kasi kung hindi...
Mahuhulog.
Oo.
Tama. So may problema yung kanyang engineering structure niya. Siguro, engineering speaking of, baka nagtataka sila kung bakit ganito yung setup natin.
Oo nga eh.
Magbabasketball kami ni Denise. Tama?
Hindi, mamaya po. Tinanggal na natin kasi mamaya meron tayong espesyal na bisita. Pag-uusapan natin mamaya.
Clue.
Oh, mainit.
Sila ay mga lalaki.
Mga lalaki. Ang kanil... Oh,
Boy band sila.
yes.
Clue.
Oh,
Ang pangalan nila ay 98 Degrees. Yan. So, sa mga nagtataka kung bakit walang table ngayon, dahil malakasan at literal na maramihan ang mga bisita natin today. So, in a bit, we'll have the 90s boy band 98 Degrees and much later, meron tayong grupong nag-reintroduce at ginawa yung daling-dali, i-trending track, ang grupong GAT.
Loaded tayo today. Madami
Loaded.
tayong ano. Pero syempre, bago natin makasama ang ating mga bisita, as usual, pag-usapan muna natin ang ating mga storya on social media.
Unahin natin yan.
Okay, the first one is on the Philippine Star. LTFRB says charging plus-size passengers double fare is illegal and discriminatory. Fare covers one person no matter his or her size.
Sa mga nalilito, no? Ang gusto mangyari ng LTFRB daw ay, yung may panawagan ng ilang mga naniningil daw, ay kung sabihin natin na mas malusog yung pasahero, doble ang pamasahe.
Pero hindi ba magiging subjective yan? At saka yun nga yung sinasabi nila, no? Dapat daw hindi ganyan dahil discriminatory yung ganyang palakad. Pero ito, violators could face fines, suspension, or even revocation of franchises. Commuters can report overcharging or discrimination to LTFRB hotline 1342 or LTFRB SOCMED accounts or via email.
Naalala mo isang nag-viral na video, last year ba yun, Tita Denise? Yung jeepney driver, tapos may yung asawa, kasama yung asawa niya. Yung parang asawa niya nagkukonduktora, no? Alam mo yung sinasabihan, sinisigawan yung isang pasahero na, kasi medyo, sabihin natin, ano,
Fuller.
mas malusog. Yung kanyang pangangatawan ay, sabihin natin, on the big bone side.
Okay.
No? Alam mo yung pinaparinggan siya na dapat doble ano mo kasi parang wala naman siya ibang katabi doon sa jeep. Pero nakunan ng video na talagang kawawa yung pasahero. Di ba?
Huwag naman pong i-single out na gano'n.
So ito kasi yung mga hirit na akala nila ay hindi nakakasakit ng damdamin. Pero sa taong 2025, wala nang puwang siguro yung ganyang mga hirit about size, about height, about race, lalong-lalo na about gender. It belongs to a benighted period sa ating social history, no? Pero may nagseryoso pala kasi may sticker dati yan Kasabay siya ng Basta Driver, Sweet Lover. Kapag mataba ang bebot, ganyan-ganyan, na sabihin natin politically incorrect, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ngayon. And political correctness sometimes means just never be an a-hole. Ganun lang kasi in wokeness, hindi yung perverted sense ng wokeness yun, but being, alam mo yun, not a dick. Yes. Alright. So, okay, habang may maingay sa labas, okay, still on Philstar via live. Pero anong gagawin mo kunyari? Kunyari lang, in the remote event na may naningil sa'yo ng doble ang pamasahe. Let's say,
ilan ba ako?
tama.
Sabihin ko, ilan ba ako?
Ilan ka ba?
Pero kasi alam mo, sa jeep naman ngayon, kahit sabihin mong malaki o maliit ang pasahero, 12-12 pa din ang pagkakasyahin dyan. Hindi aandar. Hindi
12-12 ba?
11-11 ata.
Di ba 7-7?
Hindi. Never ko na-experience yung 7-7, Feeling ko yung medyo mas, nung kabataan ko na talagang pinipilit kong makipagsiksikan, siyam-siyam kagad. Yun pa
Grabe
yung
naman.
normal size na jeep. Tapos yung medyo mas mahaba, ayun ata yung mga 10 o 11.
Alam mo kasi minsan, itong mga gantong hirit, yung napaka-old school, will force probably some sectors of society to think, siguro baka may point na yung jeepney modernization para wala nang mga ganyang klase ng hirit, diba? So parang it's anti their, yung sentimento. It will go against their interest naman. So konting compassion at sa panahon ngayon, siguro dapat ipaliwanag na yung mga gantong hirit.
Hindi na. Tayo kasi we're so used to yung mga, di ba minsan nga, nung bisita natin si Gang, di ba? Na sanay tayo, pag tayo na sa family reunion, ng unang bati sa'yo is a comment on your physique. Di ba?
At may sunod na hirit pa yan na comment on your physique na kaya hindi ka nagkakaroon ng asawa o boyfriend kasi hindi ka naggaganyan.
Hinay-hinay, cambio ng konti.
Ganon, kay tiyahin. Ganon, ibig sabihin, text mo na lang unfollow mo sa social media. Pero again, konting sensitivity. At siguro ipaliwanag sa... Baka kasi minsan dulot rin ito nung yung lack of exposure.
Oo, pwede rin naman talaga na ano. Kaya okay din na pag-usapan at mapaliwanag ng maayos. Okay, eto pag-usapan naman natin, Philippine Star via Life, ang kanilang story ngayon. Kermit the Frog delivered a warm send-off to the graduates of the University of Maryland's class of 2025. Let's hear part of Kermit's speech first from the Associated Press.
Now, as I look out at you students, I can tell that you have all worked your tails off. And as a former tadpole, believe me, losing your tail is a pretty big deal. So go Terps! So as you prepare to take this big leap into real life, here's a little advice, if you're willing to listen to a frog. Rather than jumping over someone to get what you want, consider reaching out your hand and taking the leap side by side, because life is better when we leap together. So graduates, I see you. I see you out there. And I know that you will find your people. I know that you're going to take big leaps, and I know that even though you're about to throw your caps in the air, good luck finding them again, I know that you will stay connected to your families, your friends, and your dreams. Because life's like a movie. Write your own ending. Keep believing. Keep pretending. You've all done just what you set out to do. And you're just getting started. Thank you, University of Maryland. Thank you for having me. And congratulations to the class of 2025.
Alam mo, dapat speaker din to sa graduation ng Lasal.
Bakit?
It's not easy being green, ika ng isa. Si Kermit the Frog ay isa sa mga una at mga major na characters ng Sesame Street. In fact, ang nagboboses sa kanya mismo is yung founder talaga ng Children's Television Workshop, si Jim Henson. Siya ay talagang genius behind all these Muppets, no? At kung ito si Kermit the Frog, maniniwala ka, girlfriend niya kilala mo ang girlfriend niya?
Sino nga ulit?
Ito yung sisingilin ng doble. Sa jeep.
Si ano, okay, yeah.
Yun talaga pangalan niya, no?
Oo,
At
yun
hindi
talaga
yun
pangalan niya.
Si Miss
Piggy.
P-I-G-G-Y.
Kasi Miss Piggy, kasi ano siya eh. Ang karakter niya ay isang hayop na pig.
Oh,
Oo.
may pig bang payat?
Ay, hindi natin alam.
Wala.
Okay.
Oh, so, plump na plump. At ang bio. Ang bio ni Kermit calls him what?
A star of stage, screen, and swap, whose simple mission is to sing and dance and make people happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Kermit, as you prepare to take this big leap, ito po yung sinabi niya kanina, as you prepare to take this big leap into real life, here's a little advice if you're willing to listen to a frog. The beloved Muppet said, rather than jumping over someone to get what you want, consider reaching out your hand and taking the leap side by side, because life is better when we leap together. Okay. Okay, and Kermit was created again in 1955 and became the centerpiece of the Muppets franchise. Is also no stranger to the school. Ito na yung binabanggit mo, Muppets creator Jim Henson graduated from Maryland in 1960. A home economics major, he fashioned the original frog puppet from one of his mother's coats and a ping pong ball cut in half. Henson passed away in 1990. A bronze statue of Henson and Kermit sitting on a bench is a well-known feature of the College Park campus. Kermit's speech comes as some of his Muppet friends have been in the news. President Donald Trump recently signed an executive order to end federal funding for PBS and NPR. PBS is a home of Sesame Street. Sesame Street will take up residence on Netflix while continuing to air on PBS.
Mas pinalakas pa nila ang Sesame Street. O, loko talaga tong si Trump. Kasi ang charge niya ay these are centers of wokeness daw. At talagang sinachap-chap niya supposedly itong mga branches na ito. Oh, pero alam mo yung sa speech, minsan hindi niya kailangan na yung mga about leaping, etc. Hindi masyadong ano ni Kermit yung leaping eh. Kung kinanta niya lang yung Rainbow Connection, durog tayong lahat. Yun lang, ganun lang kasimple yun. Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection, Lovers and Dreamers. Ano nga ba yun? Basta. Oo. At lalong-lalo na yung video niya na nasa swamp lang siya. Ganun, isipin mo. Pero anong mga balang araw sabihin, alam mo, ikwento mo sa apo mo. Sino yung aming...
Ang guest speaker mo, no?
Palaka, di ba?
Hindi, pero nakakatuwa kasi you see, we showed some footage na ang daming nakangiti, ang daming natuwa.
Dapat ganyan ang gawin sa mga graduation. Sila Pong Pagong, sila Kiko Matching yung
Oo, pwede rin.
Alam mo naman, kayo, wala na kayong matrabaho. Dahil wala na kayo sa mga nanay niyo.
Pwede.
Mga bata,
Oh.
punta kayo sa OWA.
Ganyan. Tapos si Kermit the Frog, I will find you and use my specific set of skills.
Ang dami talagang talent nitong partner ko. Ibahin talaga.
Pero kunyari lang yun. Ang totoong boses si Kermit the Frog ay...
Ay, ano?
Rabbit. Palaka nga eh.
Okay. Di ba meron yung meow, 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 meow?
Pwede.
Paano yung kay Kermit?
Palaka, no?
Naku, kung saan napupunta itong usapan natin. Again, stay tuned po for the rest of the show dahil mamaya may special tayong bisita.
Yo! Sige, ang ganda ng ating bagong set ngayon. Ano? Kitang-kita niyo po yung Mandaluyong skyline. Okay, anong susunod dito? Banter daw muna. At naghang yung teleprompter. Siguro, time out muna.
Exacto.
Marami pa kaming kwento sa inyo. Pagbalik kami, makakausap si Denise Tan. Sino makakausap niya? Basta, Afternoon Delight.
This is AP News Minute. Russia launched a massive drone and missile attack on Ukraine, striking Kyiv and other regions, killing at least 12 people and injuring dozens. Ukrainian officials said the attack hit more than 30 cities and villages and described it as the largest aerial assault since Russia's full-scale invasion in February 2022. Hours after the attack, the two countries swapped hundreds more prisoners of war, the third and last part of a major swap. Russia's defense ministry called it the biggest total swap of the war. Israeli strikes killed at least 38 people in Gaza over the past day, according to local health officials. A mother and her two children were among the dead as hospitals in the north remained inaccessible for a second day, leaving casualty figures incomplete. Pope Leo XIV declared himself a Roman on Sunday as he completed the final steps to officially become Bishop of Rome.
Welcome back to Afternoon Delight. Well, it is a nostalgic throwback for 90s kids as American vocal group 98 Degrees makes a big comeback. And not only that, they are in the Philippines for a 2-day concert. News 5 correspondent MJ Marfori with this story.
You're my sunshine after the rain. You're the cure against my fear and my pain.
Walang kupas talaga! Back where it all began na nga ang atake ng American boy band at Y2K favorite na 98 Degrees with Nick, Drew, Jeff, and Justin. Alam nyo ba kasi, dito sila sa Pilipinas unang sumikat back in 1999. Kaya naman, yung Because of You nila na hit song ang kanilang dinededicate sa Pinas.
It was like our first moment of feeling like actual rock stars. So for us, that energy here, carried over into Canada and the States and all these other places. So I think it would have to be because of you.
Ang Pinoy connection hindi nawala sa 98 Degrees. Ang asawa nga ni Nick, ang part Pinay at sikat na MTV VJ noon na si Vanessa Manilo.
No idea when I visited the Philippines in the late 90s that one day my wife would be half Filipino, but it's been an amazing ride together, and she's actually never been back since she was born here, but never been back in many years. So that's my next goal, is to get her and my kids over here so they can see a part of their heritage.
Nachika naman ni Jeff na bilib sila sa Mahalima, ang SB19, na minsan na raw silang nakausap for a possible collab.
The group SB19, who we're familiar with, who has
that.
Absolutely. There were some talks for a while of us collabing with them, and we're big fans of theirs. And what they've done here in the Filipino market and all over the world, sort of taking that K-pop sort of essence and bringing that part of it, adding the Filipino twist to it.
It's all because of you.
Last week din, a walk down memory lane ang ginawa ng 98 Degrees dahil nag-guest sila muli sa Eat Bulaga. Sa May 30 and 31 na ang concert nila sa Mall of Asia Arena.
And they're here in the flesh. Welcome to Nick Lachey, Drew Lachey, Justin, Jeffrey, and Jeff Timmons of 98 Degrees. Welcome to Afternoon Delight, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, first and foremost, I know it's been a hot minute since you guys have been back. What, 25 years?
Yeah, 25 years.
How are you all have been, and how's the feeling that you're back here in Manila?
Oh, it's great. I mean, like we said, at that press conference, this really was where we got our first real taste of success and what stardom was like, and the crazy pandemonium that can come with that. So for us being back here, it's a great feeling. Lots happened in the last 25 years. For us as a group and individually, so it's definitely a full circle moment coming back here.
But it feels like a lot's happened here in Manila too. Like it's a totally different city than it was 25 years ago. It's really incredible to see it and how much it's grown and changed in the last 25 years. So great to be back.
25 years. I know there was a story that I heard not so long ago that when you got here, there was something that happened in the airport. You guys were surprised. Jeff,
Here we had just been in the States, and our record label really wasn't marketing us at that time. So we had a good song out called Invisible Man, and we knew it was a hit on the radio, but we would go places and we were the Invisible Men. Like, nobody knew who we were. And then, we were driving our own Winnebago around and our own bus and trying to get people to recognize us. But when we got off the plane here, it was so crazy at the airport. Like, armed security had to run us out of there and put us in the van, and we were like, this is kind of the stuff we signed up to do. This is exciting for us. So really, what Drew was talking about earlier, and in that wonderful package that you guys put together, the Philippines was the first place we got to experience what it feels like to be a big star, and we'll never forget that.
And Justin, do you remember that as well? Like feeling like a rock star here?
Yeah, I think we all remember that. I mean, it was such a new thing, such an exciting thing for us, because it's sort of like what we dreamed of, but we hadn't really achieved until we got here. So we're grateful to the people here and our fans here, and we're so excited to be back.
And we all know back in the 90s, there was like this big boy band movement. How did you guys form this group, an all Ohio group? What was the inspiration behind it? And is it true that it was the producers and some executives that put you guys?
No,
in?
no, it's quite
it's
the
total opposite.
It's
Sorry,
actually,
yeah.
no, that's fine.
He's
It's
the
fine.
producer. He's the executive.
Look, how much time do we have? You'll figure that's not true. But what we did was we were inspired by a group called Boys II Men, and that was a vocal group. There were no boy bands at that time, just vocal groups like Jodeci, Boys II Men. There was a group called Shy, and we were all influenced by that. And we went to LA to start the group, and I had been there with some other people that it didn't work out with, and was auditioning people, and ultimately somebody that went to school with these guys in Ohio, where I'm also from, passed along a tape with their voices on it. I didn't even know what they looked like, honestly. And I called them up and said, you guys got to join this group. And they drove to LA, and that's how we got started. And we snuck backstage at a Boys II Men concert, like they did. And we got discovered and ultimately got signed to Motown Records like they did. And that was our whole goal. So,
okay. Yeah, sorry, I want to touch on that. You're the first all-white group to be signed by Motown.
Actually, technically not. They told us that, but
Oh,
it turns
that's not
out
true?
There was a group called Rare Earth.
there was one other group a long time ago.
A long time ago, before you guys. But then, obviously, you were big, very big. Still are very big. But how did that make you feel? Such a big label.
Well, we took a lot of pride in the fact that we were signed to Motown Records, such a legendary label with so much great history and great music, so much great harmony. You know what I mean? Like we really prided ourselves on being a vocal harmony group, and it just being on Motown felt like it really validated that. And obviously, as Jeff said, Boys II Men was the group we kind of modeled ourselves after. They were on Motown, so it just made so much sense for us to be at that label, and it was a great way to kind of start our career. Obviously, we ended up going to Universal Records down the line, but being signed to Motown and being signed as 4 white guys in a vocal harmony group was a pretty good source of pride for us. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the name of the group. Of course, 98 Degrees. How did you guys come up with that? A lot of people still are wondering.
Well, after a long list of bad names, we actually had a manager and his girlfriend actually came up with 98 Degrees, which we thought was a good name. And so
we sing a lot of love songs, clearly. So, 98 Degrees kind of represents the mood that we want our songs to create. Steamy, hot, and in Fahrenheit, it's body temperature. So that's kind of where
it doesn't translate as well in Celsius territories, right?
Oppressively hot.
Yeah, it's more of a Fahrenheit appropriate name, but anyway.
Okay. Aside from the name of the group, I think a lot of people are also wondering, why is there not much dancing?
Whoa!
We've been hearing a lot about that.
A lot of people have been asking
so
that.
Judgy.
So when you talk about groups like Boys II Men or the 4 Tops and 4 Seasons, they have smooth moves. They're not like Pop and Lock, Darren's Dance Grooves, Bye Bye Bye, which are all great dance routines, but they're more about the overall performance on stage, and we were more about the songs, right? And about showcasing everybody's voices. We're a true quartet. So we were very, like Nick said earlier, harmony-centric and vocal-centric, and we were always really impressed by people that could do things with their voices, like groups like Take 6 and the legendary groups of Motown, and even pop rock groups like Journey and Boston that had all these really lush harmonies. So we focused on our vocals, and we didn't really do much dancing, but if you come see us May 30th and 31st, you'll see a little bit of dancing.
That's Jeff speak for we can't dance.
A little bit.
Jeff speaks for himself.
No, if we danced, it would be incredibly impressive, but it would take away from the vocals. Right. So we want to keep the focus.
And we remember the vocals. I mean, if I can just mention, I remember the I Do song like yesterday. I was singing along the TV and stuff.
You were like 6 years old or
I
something?
was probably 11 or 12. But again, you celebrated your 25th anniversary not so long ago, back in 2023, right? From the inception to having multiple platinums and Grammys nominations. What do you think when you look back? What's the secret to the staying power of 98 Degrees?
I think it's our fans.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a canned answer, a cliche, but it's true. If you don't have fans that want to buy your records or buy your concert tickets and come see you and support your music and your dream, you don't have a career. And fortunately for our fans, they started out at a young age like you and have grown with us and stayed with us. And the fact that we just love what we do. I mean, we do this You know, we all do different things. We all have big families and other careers, but we love this so much that, you know, we continue to do it out of the passion for and the drive to get up and perform and live our dream and folks like you that know the songs and the wedding songs and Like I Do and The Hardest Thing, the breakup songs, all those mean a lot to us, which we never expected to happen when we were younger guys. And this many years later, the music sort of has transcended even the group.
Of course, I can only talk about my own experience with the group and being a fan. But again, it's been 25 years since you guys have been back. Why did you think of going back to the Philippines? Why the Philippines? Why go see your fans? What's the connection like? Justin, maybe you want to.
Well, we love our fans so much, and we loved coming here. It was a special time for us, and so you know we wanted to come back and see our fans, and we were hoped to do it sooner than this, but you know we were going to come here in 2020, and then COVID happened, and so we're really happy that we can finally make it here. We've been having a great time, and it's been nice to see some of our fans, and looking forward to the shows on the 30th and the 31st.
Can you tell us more about that, by the way, the 2-day concert?
Yeah, so we're going to be at the Mall of Asia Arena, the 30th and 31st, like Justin said. So for us, this is just a great moment for us to kind of show the Filipino fans that have been with us for so long, kind of the songs that they grew up loving and they know us by, but also showing where we are now musically. And we just released a new album called Full Circle. So it's kind of a combination of those hits that they know, some new music. We got some other fun stuff sprinkled in there as well. You know, so yeah, the Mall of Asia Arena, and that is the 30th and 31st, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Get your tickets at SM Tickets, and like Drew said, we've got some special guests too that we're very proud of to have collaborated with on this one.
Okay, let's talk about the new album though, Full Circle. Of course, a lot of fans, they remember all the songs back in the day, but Full Circle, what can we expect from it? Tell us more about it, Nick.
Yeah, so the album is 5 re-records, so 5 of our biggest songs, Because of You, Invisible Man, I Do, Hardest Thing, and Una Noche.
Yep.
Thank you. And then 5 new original songs, Tremble, Got You,
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things Have Happened,
Same Mistake,
Mona Lisa, and Same Mistake.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a combination of celebrating our past, you know, our 5 biggest songs, which everyone has kind of come to know us for, and also celebrating our present and our future, which is the new music. So it's a combination of both, and that's why I think makes Full Circle such an important project for us. An ability as a group to reclaim our masters, right? To own that and feel like these are the songs that defined us, and to have ownership over that is a really powerful thing. But also to create new music is also equally powerful. So really proud of this project and super excited to get to share it here with everyone here in the Philippines.
And of course, we're so excited that you guys are here. But I think, of course, we need to simply hear some lines from you. Is that okay? To take us back to memory lane, of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
Totally kidding.
The song, It's All Because of You.
Because
Sure,
of you?
we can do that one.
Yeah. 1, 2. You're my sunshine after the rain. You're the cure against my fear and my pain. And I'm losing my mind when you're not around. It's all because of you.
Of me?
Of you, of course.
Thank you.
Of
I
you.
was just so mesmerized right there. Then. Okay, now it's time to invite all the fans to the concert in Mall of Asia Arena.
Yeah, everybody please come check it out. We're excited to see you guys. It's been a long time, but please come out. We got a great show planned for you. A lot of great material, a lot of great songs, some fun little twists and collaborations that we're going to reveal. But we're very excited to see you guys at the Mall of Asia Arena on the 30th and 31st, just a week away, 5 days away.
And we may
Be
show
there.
you some dance moves.
We'll see.
We're gonna loosen up.
You're gonna stretch today. All right. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. You have Nick Lachey, Drew Lachey, Justin Jeffrey, and Jeff Timmons. They are still 98 degrees.
Thank
and this
you.
is still Afternoon Delight on One News. We just need to pause for another break, but we'll be right back.
Alright, this is Afternoon Delight on One News. Ako po si Lord De Vera.
At ako naman po si Denise Tan. Magandang hapon pong muli.
Alright, the no-contact apprehension policy of the MMDA resumes today, May 26. And here is what you need to know. The NCAP will be reinforced in major thoroughfares which include EDSA, Ross Boulevard, and Taft Avenue. Also included are roads like Ortigas, Commonwealth, and Rizal Avenues, as well as MacArthur Highway. Alright, the no-contact apprehension policy uses CCTV cameras to catch traffic violators without the need for enforcers on the ground. And evidence from cameras will undergo review and validation before a notice of violation or an NOV is sent to the vehicle owner. It is then delivered to the registered address in the land transportation database, while public utility buses receive notices through their operating companies.
Now, under NCAP, motorists who beat the red light face fines of up to 5,000 pesos and are required to attend a seminar. Those caught counterflowing may be fined up to 10,000 pesos and subjected to a driver's license review. Meanwhile, overspeeding motorists will be fined 5,000 pesos.
Alright, hindi siya mura ha. Okay, the question is, how did the re-implementation of NCAP go on its first day? We'll be finding out from News 5 correspondent Hannibal Talete.
Ngayong unang araw ng pagbabalik ng No Contact Apprehension Policy o NCAP ng MMDA, kapansin-pansing wala na ngang mga traffic enforcers sa mga pangunahing kalsada. Ang panguhuli kasi ibabase na sa 300 kamera na nakakalat sa EDSA, Commonwealth Avenue, C5, Ortigas Avenue, Rojas Boulevard at Mabuhay Lanes. Merong iba na hindi pa alam ang tungkol dito.
Hindi ko pa po masyado naririnig.
Paano hindi alam?
Hindi po eh. Pasensya na.
So wala kang idea kung para saan yun?
Hindi pa po eh.
Wala akong info talaga, sir. Pasensya na.
Nag-aalangan naman dito ang ilan. Gaya ng jeepney driver na ito, na madalas daw kaagaw sa kalsada ang mga motor.
Depende rin sa sa kalsada sana eh. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng kalsada Kasi magandang pagkakaayos sa linya. Kasi yung ibang kalsada, yung mga gaya ng mga motor, minsan gumigit na rin sila. May sarili na silang kalsada.
Pero meron din namang pabor.
Kailangan na lang po talaga sa sumusunod para walang violation.
Okay naman ako dun sa NCAP. Yun lang siguro, may kailangan lang din natin bigyan din ng guidelines din yung publiko pagdating doon sa kanilang dapat gawin once na natanggap na yung abiso at yung ilang days.
Pagtitiyak ng MMDA, dadaan naman sa review at validation ang makuha ng CCTV bago ipadala ang notice of violation sa mga rehistradong address ng nahuli. Para naman sa mga pampasaherong bus, ipapadala ang notice of violation sa address ng kanilang bus companies.
Meantime, here's a quick rundown of more stories on One News. The EDSA rebuild project will begin on June 13, starting with preparatory works from Pasay to Guadalupe. To help ease traffic, toll fees will be waived along Skyway Stage 3, which stretches from Buendia in Makati to Balintawak in Caloocan. Authorities will also implement an odd-even scheme, add more buses and trains, and remove MRT X-ray scanners to speed up commuter flow. The Commission on Elections has released its calendar for the December 1, 2025 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. The filing of certificates of candidacy is set from October 1 to 7, while the campaign period will run from November 20 to 29. Election Day will be held on December 1 with polling hours from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And Krisha May Taharos of Eastern Visayas wins the first gold medal of Palawang Pambansa 2025 in the girls' 3,000-meter athletics event. The grade 8 student from Tanawan National High School in Leyte redeemed herself after taking silver in the 2024 edition held in Cebu. Her victory kicks off the competition in Ilocos Norte with a strong start for Region 8. The Atenito Coalition gears up for its third civilian mission in the West Philippine Sea despite China's harassment. Here's the report.
The MV Capitan Felix Oca, the main vessel of the Atenito civilian mission, departed from Manila for El Nido, Palawan on Sunday. Now on its third civilian mission, the Atenito Coalition will stage a historic sea concert near Pag-asa Island.
If everything is prepared, hindi mo na pwedeng i-atras. This is a concert for peace and solidarity. And mag-usap tayo ng maayos. We will keep asserting our rights. We'll find some way to live together. Pero wag naman kayo maging bully.
Alongside Filipino artists, the concert will also feature international performers from Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and Korea. The organizers have assured that contingency measures are in place, with the Philippine Coast Guard on standby in case of any potential tensions at sea. This initiative follows a May 21 incident in which a Chinese Coast Guard vessel used water cannons against a Philippine vessel. This happened while BFAR was conducting a maritime scientific research mission. The China Coast Guard insisted the Philippines should stop its so-called illegal activities, adding they will not cease patrols to guard their sovereignty. BFAR responded, saying that the actions of the Chinese vessel were unprovoked and in violation of international law.
Kitang-kita natin kung sino ang responsable rito, sino ang nagsasagawa ng hindi sibilisadong aksyon ayon sa panuntunan ng international law. Sila yung walang karapatan na magsagawa ng mga gawain nila at lalo pa na gumawa ng aksyon na maaring makapagdulot ng banta sa buhay ng mga tauhan natin.
An assessment is ongoing to determine the full extent of the ship's damage.
Game, patok na patok. Patok na patok sa mga Gen Z ang hit song na Daling Dale. And who better to talk about the craze than the group na i-introduce si Tita Denise.
Of course, we have the P-pop group who introduced the track again, yung Daling Daling nga. We have Gat here, we have Derek, Ethan, Charles, and Hans. Welcome to Afternoon Delight.
Thanks for having us po. Thank you po.
Say hi to your Tita Denise.
Hi,
Sige.
Oo, magkakaedad lang naman
Ikaw
kami.
naman, tita tulog. Ate na lang, okay na yon. Sige, Lord.
Okay. Sige. Yung Gat na pangalan, di ba, honorific yan nung araw no? Parang Gat Dula, Gat Pula. Ano bang kwento dito sa pangalan ninyo?
Actually, yung meaning po ng GAT or GAT is gawang atin to po. Si Boss Big po mismo yung nagpangalan sa amin. And we're so happy dahil I guess we're proudly Filipino made. Yes, we are.
And also, ayun na rin po, yung sa Gat Dula po. Doon din po siya parang
kinuha lang din.
Okay, so we know na yung Daling Dale, it was first popularized back in 2013 pa by the Magno Twins. And then, of course, with you guys, you helped popularize it again. Talagang sikat na sikat, ano? Everyone on TikTok, on IG Reels. How do you feel about that?
We're so happy po, actually, kasi hindi rin po namin na-expect. Ang alam lang po namin, ginawa lang namin yung song as OST for Ang Mutiana Section E. But then when we realized that it's getting bigger on TikTok and all social media, we're very happy to be, to be the interpreter this time ng version namin.
Paano ba kayo nabuo, if I may ask? Magkakaibigan ba talaga kayo before the group was formed?
Well, I knew Kuya Ethan and Kuya MK, pero si Kuya Derek at si Kuya Hans, di ko po sila, I didn't know them back then. And kami po ni Kuya Derek, nag-audition po kami for GAT. And si Kuya Ethan, Kuya Hans, tas si Kuya Michael, they were picked by Boss. And yun po.
Okay, so hindi kayo masyadong magkakilala. You don't know everyone, no, na isa-isa talaga. Seamless ba yung transition of being friends, of talagang wanting to work together?
Yes. Alam niyo po, first day lang namin nag-bond na po kami.
Talaga?
Yes, and then nagkwentuhan na, we talked about life, we talked about our passion, our craft. And we get to share, di ba?
Yeah.
Kahit bago ka lang.
Low-key po parang what happened to us po is parang in our heads na we know we had to be close to each other.
Mhm.
So, nirush namin na, okay, what's your name? Tell me whatever.
Ganun
po.
Hindi, pero you had to, pero effortless.
Effortless.
Ganon.
Parang
in the best way possible po.
I didn't feel forced at all, no?
Yeah,
Parang
ganun.
supernatural ng bond natin. First day pa lang.
Meron kasing perception na para mag-succeed ang isang grupo, parang yung militaristic style na talagang super strict na, alam mo yun, di ba? Yung alam niyo yung training na gano'n na, hindi ito biro, talagang may lumuluha talaga, puyat, pagod, at para mag-succeed. Naniniwala ba kayo sa gano'n? O parang, sa tingin niyo, it robs away some of the joy sa ginagawa ninyo?
I think for us po, okay naman din po yun, if it works. Pero us po kasi, we're very collaborative po kami, lalo din sa coach namin who's helping us. Hindi niya kami masyado, hindi siya strict. Sinasabi niya ng what you need to do for your work, how can you improve more, ng diretso. And healthy relationship po. So, mas kami naman, mas nag-improve kami lalo kasi tinitik namin ng wholeheartedly po.
Okay, so open communication,
Yes.
healthy relationship. Was there anything challenging about being, in such a group na that's so popular? No? Kasi syempre, ang hirap din nung, well, it's not a problem for me.
Yung iba kasi, di ba, parang sa pareho sila nakatira na under. Kasi isang bubong, hindi naman kailangan gawin yun. Kasi doon magkakaalaman kung kaya mo tiisin isang tao. Diba?
Nag-sleepover naman po kami. So,
Talaga?
ganun, yes. So, ganun parang same lang din.
Halos parang housemates na rin po kami kasi everyday po kami nag-sleepover.
What do you guys do? Paano yung bonding nyo?
Movies. YouTube, we watch our performance.
Yes po, tsaka mga jams.
Mahilig po mag-jamming.
Kumakanta po kami talaga sa
Online games too.
Yeah, online games.
Sino ang pinapanood ninyo para, let's say, kung kinukunan nyo ng mga leksyon in terms of moves, in terms of musicality?
SB19.
SB19, yes.
Tsaka
We
mga
always...
Korean
Di talaga,
K-pop
no?
groups, Rise, yes.
Okay, meron akong pang Miss Universe na tanong sa inyo. Sa tingin niyo, of course, yung P-pop, di ba? Yung K-pop, evolution siya, of course, yun nilagyan ng mga Koreano, yung nahiniram nilang tunog sa mga Hapon. Okay, tayo naman, sa tingin niyo, ano yung maaring Pinoy element na binibigyan ng henerasyon ninyo ng mga P-pop groups doon sa P?
Wow.
Sa P po, siguro yung... That's actually hard question.
Napapaisip
din ako, pero pride po siguro.
Pride.
Pride na Filipino tayo, like, hindi naman po kailangan mangopya. You can be inspired. Pero for us kasi, it's all about the music. If you have good music and Filipinos would want to hear it, for sure, they would love the songs that we would release po.
Actually, walang problema sa kopya Kasi kahit anong kopya gawin mo, imposibleng hindi mo siya matatakan ng sarili mo.
Yes. Kasi you're the one who created it.
Yeah. Maaring alien yung labas, maaring mutant, pero may tatak mo, imposibleng hindi lumabas yung sarili mo. Marka dito. Ito ba talaga for good na itong karir ninyo o ito'y face lamang?
Ikaw muna.
Well, kung ito po yung plano ng Lord sa amin, why not? Sana po
Yes.
magtuloy-tuloy po sana.
Ito din po gusto ko
Yes, passion po.
Sinong more likely na mag-Viva Max sa
Meron ba?
Wala naman pong masama, pero...
Oo naman.
I mean, gawa
Siyempre,
ng
gusto ko
soundtrack,
po.
di ba?
More on music po kasi ako
More on...
Okay, sige. Speaking of music, promote na, baka gusto nyo na imbitahan yung mga viewers na nanonood. Of course, ang lakas din ngayon ng mutya ng Section A.
Siyempre po, una-una po sa lahat, maraming salamat po sa mga taga-suporta po ng G18 ng Amutya ng Section E. Meron po kaming papalapit na concert ng June 20. Diyan po yan sa New Frontier Theater, Mutya OST, live in concert. Kasama po namin si Rob Daniel, Amiel Sol, Earl Agustin, and G18 is there, and some of the cast, surprise cast.
Surprise cast.
Abangan po.
Abangan niyo po yan sa concert. June 20 po, kita-kita po tayo.
Yan. Thank you so much again to all of you guys.
Diyan na lang daw sila din.
Pero isasali namin kayo to this segment we call I Saw the Sign.
I saw the sign. Okay.
Okay, ang ating ang ating tampok po today ay Talaga naman. Wash Happen, Vela, the Doubles Edition.
Doubles edition. Okay, first photos in one. Utakan lang yan. Laundry shops na ang pangalan ay Brainwash tsaka Washful Thinking.
Brainwash.
Meron ba kayo naalalang witty na pangalan ng mga laundry outlets?
Or kahit ano, not ano.
Meron sa malapit sa amin, sa may Saverville, yung Esteban Abada, pangalan niya Esteban Labada.
Ay, pwede.
Esteban Labada.
Witty. Okay, ito naman, ang next team and theme. Controversial ang titles ng Damit and Money Laundry.
Damn it!
Bawal yan!
Damn it! Oh. May point naman.
Galing.
Pause ko lang ng point. Damn it! At ano yung isa? Money laundry.
Money laundry.
Libre ba magpalaba dyan?
Need
Hindi.
mo ng money.
Diba?
Oo.
Anong mali sa kanya?
Ayokong tumawag.
Hindi siya mali.
Oh, kailangan mo ng money magpa-laundry. Okay, may mga nagtatanong ding laundry shops tulad ng Wash Up Girl.
Ito gusto ko. At? What's your problem?
What's your problem?
Gusto ko yan.
Wash your whip. Wash me, nene.
Ito naman, derivatives ng Next Wash Happen, Vela. Tandem, Sinabon. Not the baked goods and bread shop. Galing. And wash-ons with tagline, clean clothes, feel great.
Pwede.
Gusto ko yung Sinabon.
Ako rin eh. Okay, ano pa? Meron pa?
Pagalingan lang next with Magna Cum Laundry and Summa Cum Laundry.
Yan pa naman pag nagdalawang isip ka pa. Diba? Okay.
Cute.
Na lilinis. Silang pinakamagaling.
Nakalaki word sa gitna.
Ay,
Hindi.
sinabi mo kanina.
Ay, ang ano?
Wash me, nene.
Ang galing. Teka, kapapanganak nyo lang ng nauso yung
Oo
kanta
nga.
ngayon. Okay, pasiklaban ng laundry shops na Wash Me Whip. Kantayin nyo guys.
Wash me whip.
Wash me, nene.
Pasok na pasok. Ayan. Thank you so much sa lahat po na nag-send sa amin ng ating mga signs. If you like those signs, please send them to us at afternoondelightun@gmail.com.
Alright.
And again, pasalamatan
Thank you,
natin ng
the
grupong
boys of
GAT.
GAT.
Yes, Derek, Ethan, Charles, and Hans. Thank you for being here.
Salamat so much po.
Salamat.
Sa inyo.
Thank you po.
Salamat po.
Alright.
And, ano yon?
Aha.
Isa daw nini, pwede daw ba?
Nini talaga.
Oo, sabi, binaling. 1, 2, 3, go!
Me whip.
Wash me, nene.
Okay.
Dali daw, baka pwede ihapon.
Dali. Okay. Oras po. Sali po kayo.
Ay, ganon?
Sali po kayo.
Sali kami?
Yes.
Okay,
Wag, putol yung mga ulo ninyo. Oh, yan. Sige. Kunyari ako na yung TUT.
Dito lang po.
Ay, saan ba ako?
6, 7.
Ba yun?
Ay, dito. 5.
Tabi
Kasya
tayo.
ba? Kasya ba?
Yan.
Ay, kayo na lang.
Kasya po. Okay, 5, 6, 7.
Oh!
Daling, dale. Daling, dale. Daling, dale. Grabe, daling, dale. High pass.
Hey!
Ayun.
Alright. Kaya mo yan, ha?
Alright, that will have to do it for us this Monday, May 28. Thanks for watching Afternoon Delight. Ako po, si Denise Tan.
Join us again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Ako po si Lourdes de Vera. Have a delightful afternoon.
Isa pa!
Wash me whip.
Daling.
Daling, dale. Daling.
Thank you, guys.